Hello, and welcome back to another edition of the SU Riverhawk Spotlight. I'm your host, Josh Klein. Today, I have the pleasure of being joined by two senior softball players here at Susquehanna, Leanne Greenwald and Emily Bowman. Thanks for coming on with us.
Thank you.
So Leanne, after playing in the NCAA tournament last year, what does the team need to do in order to make it back to the tournament this year?
I think that we just have to maintain our good defense. That's really our strong suit all the way around. Our main goal, obviously, is to get back to the regional tournament. We didn't do as well as we would like to have done, but this year we're looking to get back and to improve our record. So.
As seniors, what does that put the role on to you into trying to carry that torch and bringing that sense of leadership and experience to the table?
We just do what we can every day to kind of lead the way. We like to show them how things should be done. We do have a big freshman class as well. We have 9 freshmen that just came in. So we're just trying to do all the right things. Everything that we would do normally, we just do so that they can kind of see how things are done with Susquehanna softball.
And Emily, the team is loaded with returning players that played a really key role in the success, as we mentioned. How important is it to have, as the question I just asked, that experience that you guys and that camaraderie that you have?
Yeah, it's definitely super important. Being seniors, we have 6 of them, and we've been playing together for 4 years already, so we have sort of a silent communication that really works on the field, so it's good to pass along to the younger classmen so they can continue that, because it really works, and it's very helpful when we're playing games, so you don't have any confusion, you just have your teammates backing you up.
Leanne, the team is taking a trip to Virginia and to play in the Emory and Henry tournament that plays, and then the team plays 8 games in Florida. How important are these trips going to be in order to guarantee the success this upcoming season?
Well, they're important because it's a good chance to get outdoors and to be on a real field and play in warm weather. That's something that we haven't been able to do in the preseason. So that's important in and of itself, just to kind of get out there. But it's good to wrinkle out all the kinks that we have early in the season. It's good to get, those 10 games in or 12 games in early on so we can figure out what we need to improve on. That way when we get into conference play, we have everything ironed out and we're ready to go.
And I know that, I'm going to ask both of you guys this question. It's tough because the weather that plays into effect when you can't really get outside as often. How do you think the team is looking and adjusting to the early on, the procedure of how things go early on in the season?
The first game is definitely a little difficult because we practice on the turf or in the field house, and it's not dirt. It's very different playing on dirt than anything we play on in preseason. So that first couple of games is a little hard, but once we get used to it, we've been playing it all of our lives, so it's not too hard to adjust to.
And so I'll address this one with you. So social media has been buzzing for the last couple of weeks with the team taking on the GoFundMe campaign to bring Liv to Florida. Can you talk about that effort?
Yeah, definitely. So Leanne and I went to go visit Olivia in the hospital for her treatment. And the one thing she kept talking about the whole time was that she wanted to go to Florida with us. And as soon as we left, we were like, we have to get her there. So we're in the car ride home, and Leanne tweeted kind of a long shot at Ellen DeGeneres. We were like, let's just try it. And then it really took on a life of its own.
Yeah, and then since then, we've had a lot of help from other people in the softball and baseball community and other sports as well. A professional softball team has actually put up the money to pay for her and her family's flights to Florida, which is awesome. And then the Atlanta Braves have gotten involved a little bit, which is a huge deal. So we've raised enough money through the GoFundMe and through other people's help that we are able to bring Olivia and her family to Disney, and they can come to our games, which is so exciting because it's something that she really wants to do. And as a 12-year-old girl, who doesn't want to go to Disney World?
Yeah.
So.
Can you talk about the impact that she could possibly have as the rallying cry for you guys and something to really push forward for?
Yeah, so she's been the definite light in all of our lives for the past year. She's really awesome, and whenever we think we're having a bad day, we kind of look at Olivia and we're complaining about running and conditioning. She would do anything to run and condition instead of sitting in a hospital bed. So she's definitely our motivating force behind our whole season. We all have bracelets that say "Love for Liv" on them. So if we mess up, we just look down at our bracelet. We're like, all right, we're doing this season for her. So.
And I think that's why it was easy for all of us to rally behind this big social media outcry for Olivia, because what she's given us is way more than we could ever give her, even in a trip like this. So I think that's a huge thing.
And our whole team is involved, so she has 26 big sisters that she can look up to and talk to at any point of the day. So it's been really awesome for us too.
We wish you and the team the best luck going forward. We And whatever that goes on this season, we're sure that Liv will really be a key motivating factor. I'd like to thank Leanne Greenwald and Emily Bowman from the Susquehanna women's softball team here at Susquehanna University. I'm your host, Josh Klein, and we hope to catch you next time.